Welcome back, WCW 2001 lives. This is wcw94. We're back with more WCW Monday Nitro, April week 2 of 2002. We're in front of 6,500 people, starting off the show with Booker and his wife Charmel coming down to the ring and cutting a promo, talking about how they are going to embarrass Rey Mysterio at Spring Stampede, that he is just holding my championship, and the only reason why he has that belt is because of Sting. We all know Rey Mysterio can't beat me one-on-one unless he has Sting distract me or push me off a ladder. Safe to say it's just a waste of time at this point that Mysterio is WCW champion. I never got pinned. I never got submitted. So Booker T is really pushing the envelope here of being, he never got pinned. He feels he's still the rightful champion. Good solid promo out of him here. He gets interrupted by Mysterio. Mysterio says that, just because I didn't pin you does not mean I am unworthy of being WCW champion. But if you want to play that card, Book, at Spring Stampede, I will make sure that I pin you 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, and you won't be able to say that I am not the WCW champion, and there's nothing you can do about it. As both men kind of storm off, Rey Mysterio leaves the ring. Matches main event, Spring Stampede. Booker T and Rey Mysterio are going to go at it one more time for the WCW Championship. Sting is an off-screen just piece here just because he's being talked about. Sting has still not shown his face since he showed up randomly at Uncensored to cost Booker T the match, but we have not seen or heard from Sting since. So is he going to show up at Spring Stampede? We're not sure. 70 rating out of this promo here. Good stuff out of everybody involved. And our opening bout of the show, and about that had great heat and decent wrestling. Bill Goldberg defeats BG James in 9:54 by pinfall with a jackhammer. Goldberg in 81, BG of 48. This match got the crowd hotter with a 74 rating. Way better match than I expected out of these two, but I will gladly take it. Goldberg is kind of in that weird spot right now because Abyss is coming back sooner rather than later, and we'll probably have the blow-off match between them. But there's going to be something that's going to be announced soon that's going to be cool, that I think will be a fun way to get to a new contender possibly for the WCW Championship. And as everybody kind of knows, Goldberg is kind of, synonymous with the WCW Championship, and eventually we will be putting him in that picture, but there's no reason to do that right now. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I went a whole year without putting Goldberg in the WCW title match, so bonus points there. Backstage, we got Pinpoint, Mark Jindrak, and AJ Styles talking about what happened last week, and Jindrak tells AJ that he just does not want him at ringside tonight. He wants to win this on his own. AJ's trying to convince him to let him be out there. Jindrak says, no, I need to do this on my own. I don't want your help tonight. Please do not come down to the ring. As AJ just kind of looks disappointed as Jindrak storms off. As we continue that kind of build with this storyline here, as you guys kind of know, where we're going with this, so just keep following along with the story here. 57 rating out of these guys. And in about that had good heat and decent wrestling. Rhino defeats Mark Jindrak in 9:56 with a gore following botched interference from AJ Styles. Mark Jindrak at 56, Rhino at 68. The Pinpoint storyline advanced and gained heat, announcing Quality lifted the match, and the match got the crowd hotter. 64 rating overall. Obviously, AJ just did not listen and just screwed over Jindrak in his match against the former TV champion Rhino. We do not want to do the turn, but it's going to be good once we get there. 5 segments. No, we'll keep it going. 64 rating overall. Rhino gets a very needed TV victory, even though under some suspicious circumstances, but good stuff out of both guys here. Would have loved to see this segment rating a little bit better, but at 64, I will take that to continue the feud. Post-match, obviously, Jindrak is disappointed and upset. You can see the annoyance on his face. Obviously, at this point, the crowd's kind of feeling bad for AJ in this situation because he's just trying to help his friend out, get over this hump. Jindrak obviously used subtle mannerisms to hint a future heel turn. 56 rating overall. Storyline advances. Lost heat, but we're getting to that blow-off soon. Wow, Steiner. Okay. Backstage promo with the Steiner brothers, challenging the Militia to a 3 versus 2 match at Spring Stampede, which will see the Steiner brothers challenge the Militia, which will be Berlyn, Super Crazy, and Ray Gonzalez. 49 rating overall there. Militia run well, storyline advanced, but lost heat. I'm amazed that the Steiners did not do well in this promo. That's so disappointing. But they made up with it in this match. In about that had good heat and decent wrestling. Scott Steiner defeats Berlyn in 8:20 by pinfall with a complete shot. Scott Steiner 75, Berlyn at 53. Storyline advanced and gained heat with a 70 rating overall. Good solid stuff here. Now that Steiner's kind of away from the main event, I like what I can kind of do with him now. And being a babyface with his brother, I think it gives me some more opportunities. Plus, it kind of takes an older wrestler out of the main event, which is always a nice situation. And post-match, the Militia attacks the Steiners 3-on-2 as they stand tall. As this looks like the numbers game could be too much for the Steiner brothers on Sunday, but we'll have to find out because it's going to be 3 versus 2, the Militia versus the Steiner brothers. 66 overall rating for the segment, and the storyline has advanced. Backstage promo from Mike Awesome. Last week, Dustin Rhodes made that challenge through Jeff Jarrett to challenge me at Spring Stampede. Double J said he is unable to compete, but Dustin Rhodes wants to fight me at Spring Stampede. Well, Dustin, I accept your challenge. So on Sunday, you will see Awesome versus Dustin Rhodes, and I will take out my anger and frustration that I've had for the past months on you, Dustin Rhodes, and there's nothing that you, BG, Double J are going to be able to do about it, because on Sunday, the dynasty is over. 64 segment rating out of Mike Awesome. Storyline has advanced. And in a decent matchup, Mike Awesome defeats Sean Stasiak at 8:14 with a pinfall with Awesome Bomb. Mike Awesome at 70, Sean Stasiak at 34. Mike Awesome looked excellent, announcing quality to the match, and Sean Stasiak got a calf strain. That's fine. 54 segment rating. Very disappointing match, but this was just a squash to get Mike Awesome a win. Debuted a new power spot that showcases strength. His psychology will be held. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I know he got hurt. That's cool. We get a cut to the back here, and you see a fallen Rob Van Dam laid out on the backstage like cement, and Guido standing over him, talking down to him as while he's kind of unconscious. And Guido says that he will be claiming his WCW United States Championship on Sunday at Spring Stampede, and your Steiner bros will not be there to help you out there, Rob. Look what happened right now. They're nowhere in sight, and you're knocked out on the floor as I'm standing tall with your WCW United States Championship. So the match has been made for Sunday. The US title will be defended, as RVD will defend against Guido, but it looks like Guido's got the advantage here. Last time these two faced off, the Steiners got involved and helped RVD retain. Doesn't look like that might be the way things are going to go this time. 71 rating for the segment. Both storylines advanced, and the Guido worked the crowd well. Good 71 rating. I love it. Backstage, we cut to Bischoff in his office with Daniels and Skipper. He says, I'm not sure what's going on, if you guys are working out as a team or not, but we're going to test it out tonight. Tonight, Christopher Daniels and Nick Skipper, you will team up for the first time ever next. So Bischoff is kind of putting some pressure on these two young guys here to team up. I don't know why it didn't let me put anything for a little turn here, but 72 rating with these guys will definitely help the situation, as we're turning Skipper babyface to have another new team, which in TNA they were known as Triple X with Loki, but it's not going to be the same here. Oh, yikes. Okay, and about that, had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Daniels and Skipper defeat those Southern boys in 8:09 when Daniels pins Noble. 51 rating for Skipper, 55 Daniels, 56 Cash, 54 Noble. Crowd was turned off because none of these guys were in a spot where they should have been. They were not invested. 40 segment. We're just going to ignore that and just kind of move forward. That's my fault. I'm going to fix that going forward. Buff Bagwell comes down to the ring demanding respect that he feels he has not gotten here in World Championship Wrestling. He has not gotten title shots since his shot at the US title. He feels that he should be in the main event, facing off for the WCW Championship. He gets interrupted though by a weird video thing on, well, Mysterio comes out and challenges him to the main event tonight. But as Mysterio leaves, a weird depiction comes on the screen as Buff Bagwell and Dom Marie are still in the ring, and it says, "A hero is born here to save WCW," and it kind of gives you that almost like Superman sound feeling for for the hero. I'm sure you guys kind of can figure out who this is gonna be and where we're going with it, but that looks like the guy that Buff is gonna be feuding with going forward. As him and Mysterio will be in the main event tonight. 73 rating overall. In and about that had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Kevin Nash defeats Shane Douglas in 10:25 by pinfall with the jackknife powerbomb. Kevin Nash is 71, Shane Douglas is 67. Storyline has advanced with a 69 overall rating. Post-match, though, all four men, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Shane Douglas, are in a full-fledged brawl. This feud has gotten to a point now where there's just no control over it. The brawl just keeps going until security and other wrestlers have to come in and try to separate the teams, as the tag team title match on Sunday will definitely be a very, very grudged match between these four guys. 67 segment overall. Good stuff out of everybody here. We get a promo from Diamond Dallas Page talking about his match with Kanyon on Sunday, saying that Kanyon thinks he's going to rid WCW of all of us that have made this company what it is. And no slouch to Kanyon. Canyon's a phenomenal star, but right now, Diamond Dallas Page is not ready to retire, and Diamond Dallas Page has a lot more in the tank, and Canyon's going to find out on Sunday that DDP is still the best wrestler in the world. 73 rating overall. We got a match announcement. Next week, the TV Championship will be on the line as Chavo Guerrero Jr. challenges Kaz Hayashi, which you knew kind of was coming, but 39 rating overall there. Just gonna match announcement. Just wanted to put that over. And in our main event of the evening, in a superb match, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Buff Bagwell on 11:56 by pinfall with Springboard Hurricane Rana. Buff Bagwell 57, Rey Mysterio 89. Buff and Dom Marie are a good pairing, and Buff Bagwell needs to get his character adjusted. 79 overall rating for the main event match. Good stuff out of both men here. Post-match, Booker T lays out Rey Mysterio and holds up the WCW Championship over a fallen Rey Mysterio to end the show. 74 rating for the segment that's the go-home show for WCW as we go towards Spring Stampede. Let's see what we get for an overall rating for the show. The show got us a 78. That's very good in my opinion. Increased our popularity in 28 regions, so good stuff there. I think we did a lot of good stuff with this show. I think we set up our pay-per-view really well. As you'll see, Rey's gonna defend the belt against Booker. RVD's defending against Guido. We had the Militia versus Steiner brothers. We got Shane and Bam Bam defending against the Outsiders. Awesome versus Dustin Rhodes. DDP versus Kanyon. So I think it's just a very strong show that I think it's hopefully going to build more towards Spring Stampede, and Spring Stampede will hopefully be a good show, and then we can do our year, once we hit May week 1, we'll do our year in review. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers the best I can to tell you who is signed with us and who is not, but I will do my best to avoid that. But guys, if you are enjoying this, please make sure you're liking and commenting. The last video unfortunately was not the biggest hit in comparison to the others, so we got to keep this going. Make sure we're sharing it with everybody we can. We got to keep building this so that way you can, keep the channel kind of alive here. But again, thank you for everybody who has been loyal and been, watching this since the beginning and even helped me revive it. But until the next show when we have Spring Stampede, we'll see you there.